Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today we're going to be doing a Banlist live reaction video. So I didn't think that the Banlist was actually going to release until after the Invitational, but they surprised us all by going ahead and releasing it. Even though it doesn't take effect, I believe, until after the Invitational. I'm not sure, I haven't really looked at it all that much to be able to see, but I did go ahead and do something different in this video. I actually got out my ban binder. This has every single ban card in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! In it. And as cards come off the ban list, they do come out of this binder, which is really cool. I want to see what actually can come out of this binder and see what we can start using for deck profiles, live duels, and all sorts of stuff on the channel. So let's go ahead and see what we got. So I've already got the ban list pulled up right here. Right there, guys. We got the ban list pulled up. And let's see what we can, what gets unbanned, or one gets banned. So first off, we're going into the monsters section, and no monsters got banned, okay? So I didn't really expect any monsters to get banned at all, but I mean, the only thing that I'm, like, before we get any deeper into this, the only thing that I'm really thinking really deserves to get banned is maybe Red Eyes Fusion because of Dragoons, even though it hasn't been a super big problem here. VFD needs to get banned, and I still think Utopic Zexal needs to get banned, even though Utopic Zexal probably will not get banned until after the Lightning Overdrive pack comes out because it has all the Utopia stuff in it. But hey, we'll see. So here we go. So the first thing that's banned is Union Carrier. Union Carrier got banned. Okay, I even mentioned this kind of in one of my deck profiles, that Union Carrier was going to get banned. Because I mentioned it, I think in my Malefic one, where I was saying that you could use Platinum Gadget in place of it. But Union Carrier getting banned is kind of a surprising shock to me, because that card being banned, it really needed to happen, but I didn't think that they were actually going to do it. Because that card, they banned Buster Dragon, but I guess it didn't do enough because people started using Dawn Knight to be able to search stuff in the deck inside of Drytron. I wonder if they're going to do a lot of, like, Drytron hits in the deck to not make the deck broken, but make it fair, where it's not going to just make Vanity's Ruler and a bunch of searches to get this insane board. So what's next? The next one banned is Utopic Zexal. Okay, so I didn't think they were going to do that either. I thought that they were going to wait to actually ban Utopic Zexal until after Lightning Overdrive, but I'm glad they did, because it's an unfair card that just basically says it's a one card your opponent can't play, because you can Numeron Network, send Numeron Calling from deck to grave, and then special summon all 4 of the Numeron Gates and overlay 3 of them into Utopic Zexal, detaching a material to make it so your opponent can't do anything during the next turn. So now everybody defaults to Mega Clops when they use that, so that's a thing. And then what else we have banned? True King of All Calamities is banned. Okay. So a lot of people have been on the fence about this, that the OCG has it and now we don't, but the OCG is a very different format than what we have. And so I think that this card being banned is totally necessary, because Floodgate cards like that are just not good for the format. They're not good for the game, because it basically says that you cannot play. And I hate that, personally. And I think that True King of All Calamities is a well-needed hit, and I'm glad that it's banned. And it probably will never come off the ban list either. That looks a lot bigger of a ban list. Okay. So that's all that got banned. So that's everything. That's all the cards that got banned. That's all I see that got banned on the ban list. Let's see what got limited. So we still have the Exodia pieces limited. Surprise. Let's see what got unlimited, or what got semi-limited. Cyber Angel Benton got limited. Okay, so that card either had to go to 1 or ban it all together. I think that they're going to 1 because they feel like it's once per turn. It's not a once per turn, but by limiting it, it becomes kind of once per turn. You have to go through some hoops to recover the card a little bit, to be able to kind of use resources to get it back. So I still think we're going to play it as a one-of in Drytron, but I don't think it's going to be as broken. It's not going to be as broken as it was at all, because you have to search it, and then you have to use its effect in hand, but it's just going to make it a little bit less consistent. And I think that that's okay, that it's less consistent. So I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Putting it 1, see what it does. If it does anything crazy, ban it. Just let it go. Let it go. It's fine. Or errata it and say it's once per turn per Cyber Angel Benton, and then it would be totally fine of a card, and you'd put it at 3 again. That would fix the card. So let's see what else got limited. Is that it? Is that all they got limited? Well, the only card semi-limited now is Malicious, so he is alone in his summer home. He is alone in his summer home again, guys. So, Destiny Hero Malicious is by himself. Okay, so that means True King's Return went to 3, or I missed it being limited. Okay. So unlimited. Okay, that's pretty big. Okay. Dragon Buster Destruction Sword Unlimited. Okay, so that's not a big deal because Union Carrier's banned. That does nothing with it being Union Carrier. That card was out, I think, since Breakers of Shadow. And it didn't do anything until, outside of a Buster Blader deck, until they until they, like, released Union Carrier. It didn't do anything at all, which was interesting. Then it's at 3. Firewall Dragon's at 3. Firewall passes back. Firewall passes back, guys. We're going to be able to just summon this thing and pass. It's going to be all over Dueling Book. Oh my god, Farfa's going to love this. Okay, but it has a remark, okay? It says, it was forbidden, and this change takes effect on April 14th, 2021. Okay, so that makes sense because they're going to limit it, or they're going to unlimit it and put it at 3, but the errata doesn't take place until, I believe, the 4th of April, which is when Ghost of the Past actually released, because it's getting reprinted as a Ghost Rare in that pack. But that makes it really weird because that's going to make it hard for people to get. How hard is it going to be to get a Ghost Rare? Is it going to be every pack? Is it going to be every 3rd pack? How hard is it going to be to get the errata version for people to actually use? Yes, it's going to sell the product, but it's going to make it difficult for people to remember because on this card text, it doesn't magically change on this card text how many times per turn I can use this. And you have to look it up on the Yu-Gi-Oh database, which is going to be a nightmare, in my opinion. Especially for a card like that a lot of people are going to use. I just think it's going to be a little hectic. And then Tiger King of the Ice Barrier, I actually forgot this was limited at one point because I literally, during my Ice Barrier budget build, I put it at 3 in the deck. I thought the card was at 3 already, but now it is. So there's no issue with that video anymore. I mean, that works. And then they put Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Cellier at 3. This is a card actually on stream that I mentioned that should have gone to 3 when we were streaming Yu-Gi-Oh over on StaringAtGames when we do the do playtesting and stuff. I actually mentioned that this card is literally who plays Luster Dragon anymore outside of maybe normal Pendulum. Like, nobody really plays that much. And so to me, I feel like this card being at 3, it could get sticky, but I feel like for a format with no Electromite, I don't feel like it's going to do anything. I just feel like Ignister is just going to do nothing at all, and it's not a big deal. Rank Up Magic Urgent Chaos Force, that's a weird one. I don't know how they're going to... I feel like that might be the weird one on the list to me. It was banned, and now they put it at 3. But I don't really know how that's going to play out. Because that card... I don't even remember why that card got banned, to be honest with you. That's been a while since that card actually got banned. And then True King's Return going to 3. True King's Return going to 3 is not a big deal at all. I wanted Masterpiece to go back to 1. I wanted Colossus to go back to 1. And overall, not a bad list. Not terrible. I would say it's like a 3 or 4 out of 5. I think it's okay. I think they gave us a little bit of excitement with Firewall coming back. With this guy coming back to 3, I think that's really cool. Union Carrier getting banned, that was kind of a surprise to me. True King of all Calamities, we all saw it coming. Utopic Zexal, we all kind of saw it coming. If it wasn't going to happen this list, it was going to happen next list. When's the next list actually going to take place? Let's see that really quick before we cut. The next list, this list will take effect. The update after this will be no earlier than July 1st, 2021. And this list takes effect as of the 15th. Okay, so that's okay. That's not that big of a deal. So it takes place in 4 days from the time of this video posting. So That's not that big of a deal. I feel like the ban list is fair. I feel like it doesn't really directly hit any archetypes. I think that Eldritch just dodged the ban list again. Drytron got two direct hits. I feel like Union Carrier was a direct hit, and people are not going to be playing Dawn Knight anymore because the card is god-awful now. I still think they're going to play Vanity's Ruler. I would still probably play Vanity's Ruler in my build. But other than that, I feel like it's fine. I feel like it was fine. Virtual World's not the best deck anymore because True King of All Calamities, they kind of like gave them all a love tap. Like, hey, don't do that. Bad. Like, they hit Virtual World with True King, they hit Benton and Union Carrier for Drytron, and they didn't hit Cursed Eldritch. Like, he's sitting over in the corner like, please don't do it. Please don't hit me. Please, God, don't hit me. But I mean, it worked. So, anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell next so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards, like getting your name description every single video, getting a signed card in the mail, and even getting a deck profile every single month for your patron, along with test hands. And we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.